Hey everyone, yep, you see the title of whatever this video is called, Assassin's Creed Edition. Why are we always on the top of people's minds? Hey, if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, share, links description. I'm here to give you a JD quick little reaction to a story I saw on Kotaku that says, report! Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed game where you played as a former slave after the Civil War. What are we even talking about? That sounds insane. That sounds like the wildest thing I've ever heard of.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
All right, that's me making light of the situation, but I don't know why this was even a concept. I mean, goodness gracious. You saw what happened with Yasuke, which in my opinion shouldn't have been a big deal, but whatever. Let's read this article, let's talk about it, and then let me get back to living my life. So, it says the project was reportedly deemed too political in a country too unstable. I don't know what country they're talking about. Are they talking about wherever Ubisoft is originally made, or are they talking about America? So there's a lot of Assassin's Creed games that I haven't played, but when I hear that Ubisoft's historical fiction franchise is exploring an interesting moment in human history, my ears perk up. GameFile has a new report about one game that didn't make it out of Ubisoft, and everything from its fascinating concept to the maddening reasons it was canceled makes it sound like it absolutely should have been made. Okay, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and read this article without any bias and see what's going on. I'm still slightly biased. The game would have reportedly been set during this post-Civil War Reconstruction era and put players in the shoes of a formerly enslaved black man. Okay, bruh. Let me keep reading. I'll tell you how I feel at the end. This man would have been recruited by the titular Creed and would return to the South to fight for justice for his people. The game would have been portrayed as the founding of the white supremacist organization, the Ku Klux Klan. GameFile's sources say that canceling the game in July 2024 was Ubisoft bowing to controversy after racist backlash to Yasuke, the Black Samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, and concern that portraying a black man's life in the Reconstruction era would be too political in a country too unstable. Okay, the game was in the concept phase and had been approved by Ubisoft leadership. Of course it was. Of course it was. And though it was still years away, it was canceled because the company was already dealing with the hostility over Yasuke's inclusion in Shadows, and seeing the current political climate in the United States was wary of releasing a game that may have been seen as divisive. Other sources also note that Ubisoft financial struggles after the pirate game Skull and Bones underperformed, and the free-to-play shooter The Division Heartland was canceled, had made the company risk-averse. Somebody said, I was terribly disappointed but not surprised by leadership. A source told GameFile they are making more and more decisions to maintain the political status quo and take no stand, no risk, even creative. GameFile goes on to emphasize that the broader US political climate played more of a role in the cancellation of the Reconstruction era's Assassin's Creed than the Yasuke outrage campaign, and that the cancellation happens shortly after the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump on July 13th. We reached out to Ubisoft for comment on the situation, and we'll update the story if we hear back. So that sucks. Assassin's Creed has not always shied away from exploring difficult eras in human history, and even knowingly woven its own mythology into the real world conflicts. It's even told stories involving black slaves before Assassin's Creed 3, Liberation. Yeah, I remember that game. It was decent. It sounds like the team of Ubisoft was passionate about what they were working on, but while they were hoping to put something into the world that could have made an impact, someone up top got scared. What a shame. Who wrote this article? Because I'm curious to know. Kenneth Shepard. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's a white guy. yeah, as a black person, one, Kenneth Shepard, I don't personally give a crap about your opinion on this game, because I am a black person who doesn't want to play a video game where I have to reenact slavery. I don't care how, I guess in your head, progressive of a concept it sounds. It sounds like a fantasy that white folks would want to play. I get to be a slave? Let me not make it all about race immediately, even though it is all about race. I'm curious to read, or let me get my take. My take is, I'm glad they shelved it. Sure, would it have been fun to have a moment to, I don't know, chop down KKK Templars? Maybe. But bro, there's no black person, no black gamer who's just like, dude, a slave, I get to be a slave. Like, first off, I sound like a surfer dude. As a black gamer, I do not want to play through the trauma of my ancestors in a video game for your amusement. Also, I don't want racist people who would love to make fun of this concept and have a ball playing a game where they can be a slave and then make it. Come on, man. I think it's ignorant. I think it's kind of cringe that it even got passed. I know they made Assassin's Creed Liberation, but that game it spoke about slavery. It didn't focus on it. Because I remember playing that on my PlayStation Portable, and it was you got to play as like that girl, and it was part of the, like, you were part of the, what do they call that? The New Orleans Bayou era of time. Now, a part of me is like, okay, no, I can't find benefits, dog. I'm sorry. I can't find benefits to being like, heck yeah. like paying for a game to play as a slave and like sticking it to the white man. I do think, one, it's a little too divisive in this day and age, because there are people who are just woefully ignorant and can't even acknowledge other races because we're going backwards in time. Two, you made such a goddamn crybaby scenario about Yasuke. I'm sure that the first thing would be neckbeards responding and being like, not possible, not possible. There's no way a slave would be even smart enough to pull off assassin moves, like, or escape slavery, like whatever. There would be clips of people being like, Harriet Tubman wasn't a real person. Like there would be clips of that. I don't think we should be pushing slavery games. Okay, we've already got slavery movies. Aren't you happy enough? We've got 12 Years a Slave. We've got all these, you had Django. I don't think we need a video game where people can cosplay / put on the skin of black people and experience what they want to call is like, sorry, it just sounds so stupid to me. And like, it's funny because I did talk about this with some people, and if you're kind of a surface level human being, you're probably like, nah, that'd be cool, man. We could take out the KKK. I think making light of those times is not fun. I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I don't think Ubisoft should have ever even had the fucking conversation. Get some black people over there to tell you this is a stupid idea. And yeah, and like even the guy who wrote this article, bro, you're cringe as shit. Somebody got scared. Somebody got scared about taking things to the next level. My opinion. That's my opinion. My opinion is I'm glad it was shelved. I do not feel like playing through my ancestors' trauma. I don't feel like what do they call that? I don't feel like trauma binging, you know? I'm good. It was a stupid idea. Let me see what some of these dummies in the comments said, because I'm sure, and there might be people who are, you know, like me, who are black and think completely opposite. I can acknowledge that. This is still dumb as crap to me, though. Too Political says the series that way back in 2010 established canon John Roberts and then what's it called, Templar puppets control. Too Political seems like it would paint Democrats in a bad light. Slavery was abhorrent in America. It has to deal with the consequences to this day, unlike countries never bothered. Here's a racist person putting a George Floyd picture, cause you know, cause they know nothing else except for they know nothing else. All right, racism again, that's fine. Not to mention the KKK was formed as a militant wing of the Democrats' politics and take the library. I wonder what party the KKK votes for the past 50 years. Totally understand Ubisoft's decision. This feels a bit redundant story-wise. It comes off an expanded version of Orwell's Arc of the Freedom Cry, somewhat similar to Evelyn's ACL. Storm of negative comments that would attract maybe even worse than what Yasuke faced. Yeah, basically, AC protagonist from the African continent. It's hard to top Bayek's origin. Yeah. There's somebody's replying literally in this exact moment, probably gonna be like, man, I want to run around as one of them. I don't like it. As much as we desperately need anti-racist games right now, and we absolutely do, I think this is for the actual best. This isn't setting overlay, Resurrection, Jim Crow. Objective free 10 former slaves for 10% bonus horse speed or something along those lines. Ghoulish, thank you. Imagine, that's what I'm right. Imagine for a second what the game would actually look like. Deluxe pre-order bonus microtransaction and they put objective free 10 former slaves for a 10% bonus of horse speed. Yeah, not necessary. Weird. And I feel like these are just a bunch of... And who knows? I'm not gonna judge. I just tell you, I'm glad it didn't get made. And man, man, why we always on? We live rent free in people's heads, boy. I swear to God. Let me know what you think. Would you have wanted to play this game? Leave a comment below so I can figure out who that is. Or actually, wrong sound. Sorry. Yeah, leave a comment below. See if you get to leave a comment again. I'm just kidding. All right, well, that's it. That was me. These are my thoughts. No, I'm good. I don't want to play Slavery the game. That's how I feel. All right, appreciate y'all. Peace. Boop, 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 bop, bop.